Hi everyone, welcome back to Eco & Craft. I feel like I say this every video. I'm really sorry for the long wait between now and the last one. My only excuse is that it is the middle of winter in the UK at the minute, and it is dark when I get up and it is dark when I get home from work, and this is literally as bright as it gets in the daytime at the minute, so I'm sorry if the video is too dark. I don't have any sort of extra film lighting, so this is what I've got to work with. Hopefully it's okay. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about the wrap top pattern by Peppermint Magazine. It's a free pattern, which is really great. I'm still a beginner in sewing, and it's always a bit hard to kind of justify spending money on a pattern if you're just pretty sure you might ruin it anyway. And also you can get some really great patterns for free online, and I'm probably going to do a video about that soon to help anyone out who's struggling to pay for everything that crafting costs. Anyway, so the Peppermint Magazine is an Australian magazine, and they focus on loads of really good stuff, kind of ethical crafting, social problems, environmental problems, looking at sustainability but still appreciating kind of design and art and things like that. It's a quarterly magazine, and for every quarterly magazine they do, they issue a free pattern online on their website, which I'll post down below. The patterns are all really lovely, complete variety of kind of dresses, tops, trousers, pyjama sets, loungewear, everything they've got. Really kind of on trend, but also kind of like timeless pattern pieces, so you could really, you know, depending on the material you chose, you know, they could last you a long time. The patterns that they have are kind of the seams that they choose and things like that. They take longer to make than potentially some other more commercial patterns. But you know, you get some really beautiful finishes to them, and again, I guess the idea is with their patterns that you will cherish them for a long time, and therefore it's worth putting in the extra effort for things that are more durable and more beautiful as well. Anyway, so my top, I'll put a little twirl up here for the minute. So I used a Viscose Twill in ochre from the online fabric shop Minerva Crafts. It's, as you can see, really lovely with loads of little monkeys on it. Really nice to work with, actually. It does fray a little bit at the edges, but the really nice thing about this pattern is that they are, I think they're called French seams, so you kind of fold them under and then you don't get any fraying edges, which is really great if you don't have an overlocker, like I do not have an overlocker. So with the whole process, they're online and they come essentially as if you were going to print them from your printer at home, and then you have to measure yourself, cut your right size, and spend a long time sticking all the pattern pieces together. If you really don't like doing that, you can submit it to some online print shops and pay a bit of extra money, and they will deliver them as if you'd bought a pattern in that sort of sheet format. I did it the old school way, so I printed them all out and cut them out and stuck them together by hand. And I'm not going to lie, it does take a couple of hours to do this, so you've got to factor that into the time that you think you're going to be doing any sewing. And then obviously you've got to cut out all your pieces. The instructions, especially considering they're free patterns, the instructions are so good. Everything is so clearly laid out. It's a whole instruction booklet with diagrams and instructions alongside it, and I think they've even got some pictures online. Really, really clear instructions, especially if someone like me who's a complete beginner can follow them, then I'm pretty sure pretty much anyone can follow them. Would definitely recommend the patterns even from that point of view. They're really clear and well thought out. So I'll show you what I've got. It's very difficult to make a wrap top look nice when it's hanging. I chose a wrap top because I've not progressed to buttons or zips or anything like that at the minute. So here is the top that I've made. It's got kind of folded up cuffs. It does have shoulders, I managed to fit the shoulders all right. And then a wrap, it kind of goes through a hole in the side and then wraps around twice. I don't know if you can see, so this is the sort of seaming I'm saying about. So you fold it under and then sew on top of that, so you don't have kind of a lot of loose bits of thread hanging off everywhere, which again is really good, as I say, if you don't have an overlocker, and otherwise you're kind of stuck doing zigzag seams to secure all your finishes. Kind of looks a bit rougher that way. So this is the front, this is the back. As you can see, this is the fabric I use, the Viscose Twill from Minerva Crafts. It comes in a pink and a red colourway as well, but I just love this sort of mustard colour. So there we go, so this is what I've done. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and if any of you are looking too closely, you will see some slightly wonky seams and some loose threads probably. But again, this is, I think, the only third item of clothing that I've made, So for that, I'm pretty pleased with it. Also, I have quite a bit of fabric left over from what they said to buy for the size that I wanted, so hopefully there'll be some extra bits I can make out of that. And they're very keen as well that you look at what you've got at home already and see if you can utilize any of that for the crafts that you want to do and for the makes that you want to make, because obviously it saves you money and less kind of waste in the environment, and probably helps you declutter your home as well. If your house is anything like mine, it's getting increasingly full with crafting items. Anyway, so my overall opinion of this pattern was that I thought it was very simple to make, especially if you're a beginner like me and you don't like doing zips and buttons. There are extra skills to learn, like doing the French seams, but the instructions are really clear, makes it really easy. It's a very flattering fit. Obviously you can adjust it really easily, so you don't have to make a lot of adjustments to the pattern, which is very difficult, especially if you are a beginner. We very much recommend this pattern, and I'm due to try the ruffle sleeve pattern from their website as well. I've got the pattern pieces cut, so I'm making it at the minute. I'll do a review on that when I've finished it, but I'm very optimistic that it'll be high quality instructions and pattern pieces like with this one. So we definitely recommend. Their pattern pieces are free. They have a little link on their website where you can buy them a coffee, and I think that's a really nice thing to do. Obviously it's nothing in comparison to the money that you would otherwise spend on a pattern, so I think that's a nice way to help them continue their work essentially. Anyway, that's everything I've got today. If you've got any questions about the pattern or anything to do with what I used to make it with, there's really nothing else I had to use apart from black thread and my sewing machine, then by all means drop me a line down below. If you've got any other recommendations for free pattern sources, again, put them down below. I think it'll be really helpful to everyone else that watches these videos. And otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like and a subscribe. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please make sure you press the notification bell so you'll see them when they come up. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.